Here we'll have a look at how to create a size chart from a product. This will mirror any product that you've got on your Shopify store, and you can create a size chart from one of our templates. So we'll just go ahead. In this example, we'll take this tracksuit, which doesn't have any size chart allocated to it. So basically, you can see this takes a whole collection of products that I have active or live on my Shopify store. Now we'll go ahead and select that one. I've got a bunch of samples. We'll just go ahead and select the pants. Now, if you feel like editing or changing because the pants style doesn't correspond to the looks you're looking for, you can simply go ahead and edit. In this case, because we're sort of looking at a tracksuit, we'll just select the sweatpants. Now, what that does is it's a quick way basically to create a size chart. You've got all the size that are mirrored from your Shopify store, so you don't have to worry about that. And we've preset what we think are important measurements to show. You can put as many or as little as you want. You can basically, we'll just put some dummy measurements, but you can just put 2 if you wish to, or you can put 3. In this example, we'll just go with 3. There we go. And as you can see, this is automatically filling in the information. Now, if we've preset that for size 30, you've got to go ahead and do the same for the other sizes. But you can also use our grading tool. So grading usually means that you've got a preset size. In this example, we'll have size 30 as the base, but you can modify that at each step and select any size you wish to be your base. Usually it is the smallest size. That's your base for grading. And then you go ahead and say, okay, well, there's a grading of 2 on that size, a grading of 2 on that size, and there's a grading of 3 on that size. And you just press apply. And what that does, it automatically fills up all your information. That's super convenient. Now you've also got the option to upload a file. Just make sure that your file has all the information that cross-checks with the information we're trying to fill. So you can upload a CVS or an Excel. And the idea here is you just upload a file. Our bot will find the information and it will automatically fill the sizes. But as I said, just make sure that on your Excel, the waist, the hip, the thigh, the inside leg are called the same way. If, for example, you call the waistline, well, our bot might have a bit of a hard time finding the information. That's something we're working on, but for now, I think the grading tool is probably the best one to use. Now, as you see, this automatically created the chart and named it. So we'll go ahead after and change the name. But for now, we're just checking all the information. We've got pre-filled information here of how to measure. But as you can see, as we decided not to put the tie, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and delete that. So now I don't have to worry. I can also clear some of the information here, or I can delete it. I can edit this pretty much the way I wish. Now, I can also add a bit of information about the model. So let's call the model Nick. It says 185, and he usually wears size 34. Go ahead and save that. What that will do is I can have a look at my live chart. It will display the information of the model. Now, got to save that. Go ahead and save it. There's also other things you can do here. As like the other charts, you can duplicate it if you'd like to make your life easy and you've got this size chart but you want to modify a few things or reuse it for another garment you're selling, then you can simply duplicate it. You can get a link, so if you want to share that with colleagues and show them the work you've done or to some clients. You can add a layout box. In this case, you can add a table or some more text. We'll just go and add a table. That's more for international sizing. And what you'll see here is we've got a basic table and everything's customizable. So if you decide to put EU instead of Europe, and then Japan instead of UK, and instead of Australia, you want to put, let's say, US, and you can fill in the information. So let's call it small, medium, large, extra large, and in Japan we'll just call it size XS, small, medium, large, and for Europe we'll just keep the same bases. So you can decide to put as many or as little as you wish, and that's fine. We'll just fill in the information. There we go. So there you go. You've got your size chart now. So size chart number 88 has been allocated to this product. What you've got to do to make sure to allocate it is just to publish it. So once you've published it and you save it, that means that this product on your store has now got a size chart attached to it. Another option that I quite like is the size recommender, which is at the bottom here. You can activate it or you can deactivate it. And what that does, it basically creates a little size recommender on the size chart, and the user has to input a bit of information about themselves, and it will recommend a size to the user. Just take a note that this is not hyperly precise. It really depends on the measurements you've put and, of course, the input from your customer. If the customer puts the wrong information, let's say he's 1.70 m and he puts he's 1.80 m, and let's say he's 70 kilos and he puts that he's 60 kilos, then obviously it's going to recommend size down probably. But that's a cool free tool to have, and here we've got it. So I'm just going to go ahead, save my chart, and then what I'll do is I'll have a look at how it looks like on a product. So you can click the view size chart here, and there we go. So we've created a size chart. So that's the name of it. These are the different sizes. You can find your size here. So that's a tool where you basically put a bit of information about yourself, and it will give you a size recommendation. We'll just go ahead and do it. 85 kilos and age. There we go. Preferred fit. So it says, all right, this is the size we recommend you. And this is a free tool. Now, if I go back to the size chart, remember I said model. So model Nick is 184, and where's the size 34? There we go. So there we go. We've got our size chart ready to go. International size conversion here. Something clean and neat with the design. There's also your bubbles with information. This, as I said, is fully customizable. And this is a clean, neat way to show your sizing to your customers.